Hey everybody, happy Thursday, you guys. Can you believe it's already Thursday? That's incredible. This week has flown by, you guys. I'm gonna do some makeup for you guys. I'm gonna use my regular primer in the silver tube today. I know. I don't usually use it that often, but I have like a look in mind and I kind of need it to be more matte looking than dewy. So that's why I'm going to go with this one. This is more of a silicone based primer and it's going to give a more mattified look to your face while still filling in those fine lines, wrinkles, and pores. So it's going to give me a really nice canvas to work off of. And I do put it on my lids also. Now today I am going to use a palette that is not Farmasi for my eyes. I got it in my BoxyCharm, and it's the Natasha Denona palette, and it is looking gorgeous, you guys. So I'm gonna do that. I have two of them that came that I have. So this is one and this is the other. So today I'm going to use this one, and then the next time I'm going to use the neutrals. But this palette just looks so beautiful. And yes, I'm still doing Farmasi. I'm going to be using, everything else will be Farmasi except for the eyeshadows today. And just because I love makeup, you guys, so just because I sell Farmasi doesn't mean that I can't enjoy other makeup brands. So, all right, what I am going to do, because I've been loving not using a lot of makeup. I have been just doing concealer, bronzer, highlighter, but not putting any foundation on. So I'm going to do that for you because I want people to realize that you can do a full face without using a full coverage foundation. You know, it's totally up to you. Now, if you wanted to, you could go in with a BB cream. You could go in with our VFX. You could go in our Stay Matte foundation. So obviously, you know, you do you. I just really have been loving not wearing any foundation. So I think what I'm going to do is, to show you the difference, I'm going to do one side with BB, one side with just concealer and all that. And you can see what the difference would be with and without. So I'm going to do, it doesn't really matter because I have imperfections on both sides of my face. So it doesn't really matter what side I go in, but I'll go in with BB cream on this side and then no foundation on this side. So I like more of a light coverage. So I like, if I'm going to use something, most likely when I do use full coverage, I'm always going to go in most likely with BB. And that's just because, like I said, I don't like a full coverage foundation on me. It looks great on other people. It's just more than what I like. So, and to pounce it in, I am going to use my damp beauty blender. And this is in the shade light to medium. I can actually get away still with just the medium because my skin really didn't change that much as far as pigmentation. I didn't really get tan this summer, so my skin really didn't get a whole lot of color on it. So it's pretty much the same color as it was. And a little goes a long way, you guys. So you don't need a lot of product, which is really nice. Now, if you are using a damp beauty blender, you may want to put a little bit extra if you like that medium to like full coverage. And the BB cream, even though it's a beauty balm, you're still going to get really, really good coverage, okay? So you can see the difference between this side and that side, okay? It evened out my skin, okay? It evened it out. It just made it look really pretty. And uniformed and covered up some of those imperfections. You can still see them, but not as much as you can without, okay? So that's the side with the BB, okay? Now this side, what I would do and what I've been doing is been going in with concealer on the areas that I have a little bit of imperfection, and then I put it on my lid. But mainly I'm just concealing those areas that have that imperfection to them. And then I've been using, where is my brush? Where is my concealer brush? Did I put it in the drawer? Maybe. Did I? Hold up, guys. I've lost my concealer brush. Here we go. Okay. Concealer brush. I love this brush from Farmasi, you guys. It's so good. And you can use it for more than just concealer, but I am loving this thing. I always held off on ordering it for some reason because I have so many brushes. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to try this brush, and I am so glad I did. Brushes are really important, you guys. You need good brushes. Otherwise, your makeup doesn't get applied as well as it could if you had like a really good set of brushes. Oh, and for concealer, the shade I'm using that I just went in with is number 3. And I'm using that on my lid instead of foundation, because on this side we did do the BB on the lid. And like I said, I just put it on the areas that needed a little concealing. Okay. And this is great if you have just a lot of dry skin or more mature skin. And of course, if you are someone that does not like to wear foundation. Some people just don't like to wear foundation, and that's me most days. So, okay, so that's number 3 concealer, and you can see it does a really good job, you guys. The only difference is this side of my face is a little bit lighter and brighter, but this side is covered pretty good with just that concealer. You can still see a little bit, but I mean, all in all, you know, it's really good. So you don't need, you know, a lot of product to get a really nice look to your skin. I'm going to put a little here and a little down the side of my nose. So yeah, you guys, you know, just, it's all trial and error. Try different things, and whatever works best for you, that's what you stick with. I'm just putting a little concealer there. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I am going to go ahead and do my eyes, and then we will finish up the face. Okay, so I need to get some brushes. I need to wash my brushes. I am a little behind on the brush washing for this week, which is not good because then I struggle because I have my favorite brushes that I like to use. You know how it is. All right, so I am going to go in. I think I'm going to go in with this shade and put this on the outer corner. Now, I don't know if we're going to get a lot of fallout on this product or not because I've never used anything from a Natasha Denona because honestly, I never could afford it. So, I am not sure if we are going to get any fallout. And I'm just going to bring that into the crease. It's a really pretty color, you guys. And I strictly want it on the outer corner of my eye. Because then we're going to go in with 2 other shades from this. That's super pretty, you guys. Really, really pretty. And we have shades similar to this in our palettes. So if you like this look, I can tell you what Farmasi palette you could go with to get a very close look as to what I'm doing right now. And I'm just placing it where I want it, and then I'm going to go in and blend it. And I will say this is extremely pigmented. Really, really pigmented, which is nice. So yeah, you guys, I will give you an idea of what you can use from Farmasi to get this same look. And like I said, people sometimes like come at you, they're like, you're using something that's not what the brand that you're selling. You don't sell that. Why are you using something else? And guys, it's okay. Like, the world's not going to end. Like, makeup is fun. I love makeup. Like, I love makeup and I love to try different products. Do you know how boring life would be if we always did the same thing every day, had the same breakfast, the same lunch, you know, like just shop the same stores over and over and over again and bought the same things, the same groceries every week. You'd get sick of it after a while, you know what I mean? If you love something like art, music, like you change it up, like you listen to different things, you draw different things. It's no different than that when it comes to makeup. I love Farmasi. I love the stuff we sell. I use it every single day. Our skincare is some of the most amazing skincare I've ever used in my life. And it's not because I sell it, it's the truth. I mean, it's just amazing skincare. Their makeup is great. All of our products are really good. And I love the company that I'm with. But every so often, something comes along and it just catches my eye. And I like to play, you know, and come up with different looks. And I like to find things that I can incorporate with Farmasi products. You know what I mean? Like, I have a ton of Farmasi. Everything in front of me is Farmasi except for these 2 palettes. Everything else on my vanity is all Farmasi. And I like to sometimes, if there's something that speaks to me and I really like, I will get it and I'll incorporate it into my Farmasi stuff so that I can mix and match. You know, because Farmasi, I mean, everything I use is Farmasi. So I have a ton of it, but it's always nice to come up with different looks because after a while, especially as an influencer for the company, I mean, after a while, you can, I mean, our palettes are huge, so you're always going to be able to get a ton of looks. But it's nice to just once in a while just do something different with another palette that you've never used. And if I wanted to, I could just pick one of these colors from here and incorporate it with like one of the colors from the Glam Up or one of the colors from the Vivid palette or the Wanderlust or any, you know, any of our palettes. I could incorporate and mix and match. So it wouldn't have to be that I just used this one palette on my eyes. I could take a color from this one or from the other Natasha Denona and mix it in with my Farmasi palettes. Because sometimes, you know, you have a look in mind and you see the shade that is perfect for that look, but it might not always be the brand that you're using all the time. So you just mix and match. Okay, So I'm just blending that out now, kind of softening that shade. And I also like doing this sometimes to show you that you can get just as nice of a look using Farmasi palettes as you can with a brand like Natasha Denona, which is very expensive, you guys. So it's nice to show you that you can get a really pretty eye look using products from Farmasi, our palettes, which are going to be half, if not more, of a discount than you're going to spend on some of these other palettes. You know, our prices are going to be so much better than these prices. You know, these are expensive palettes, you guys. Even these 5-pan palettes are a lot of money. So when you see this eye look, and I'm going to tell you how you can get this same look using Farmasi palettes. You know what I mean? And show you how much money you can save. So it's a win-win. I get to play with new makeup, and I get to show you how you can save a ton of money and get a very similar look. So now we're going to go in with this shade. And by the way, this palette is called Peak. So I used, so far we've used the color, let's see, that would be that one. So I'm trying to think of how this would be the first. So the first one was Jasper, and now I'm going to go into Amahara. I'm not quite sure if that's how you should say it, but that's how I'm saying it. Okay, so Amahara, which is this really pretty, kind of like brick shade. And I'm going to place that right in the center of my eye. And I have to say, there hasn't been a ton of fallout, which I'm surprised at, really. I thought for sure that there would be a good amount of fallout. I'm not sure why I thought that, but I just did. Maybe because they're darker colors. So I'm just putting that here. And I have to say that I do love the formula. It goes on really nicely. It's really a really nice formula, you guys. But I have to say, with that being said, I do believe our formula is just as good. And it's, like I said, it's not because I sell it. I really do think our formula is just as nice as this. So now I'm going in with that gold shade here, and I'll tell you the name of that one in a second. I'm just putting that on the inner right now. Just kind of placing it on the inner part. Super, super pretty. Then I'm just taking that brush, blending it. Isn't that pretty, you guys? That is so pretty. And wait till I tell you how you can get the same look with Farmasi products. You are going to be so happy, you guys. Okay, so now I'm going to take a big fluffy brush and get rid of some of that fallout. That glitter shade, I will say, did give me a little bit of fallout. Now on this side, I'll be able to wipe that off because I didn't put any foundation, and I can go back in with a little bit of concealer and touch it up. This side, unfortunately, I will not be able to, but I will go over with the I'll be able to go over it with my beauty blender. But I can just quickly fix it with going over again with the concealer. Which is another reason why I like this method, because it's super easy and quick. So we just wiped off that glitter and just bam, we fixed it. Super, super quick. And then on this side, I'm just taking that beauty blender because I still have a little bit of product left on it from the BB. And you're always still going to have a little bit of glitter, you guys. If it's a shimmer shade, I mean, it's just the way it is. Okay? It's pretty hard to not have some. It just is. So now I'm going to take a little tiny brush. And I think that one's dirty too. I have to clean my brushes today. Like, I have to. All right, I'm gonna go in with that same, that glitter shade, I believe is Shine. So I'm gonna go back into this lighter shade and I'm going to put that underneath. Now, I normally don't use concealer under my eyes. So I'm not going to today because I don't normally use it. And then I am going to go in with the vegan mascara. Pretty sure I have one. Thought I had one open, but I don't. So this is a brand new one. I love our vegan mascara, you guys. It's so good. So let's go in. I love the brush on it also. It's so good. I do need to get a mirror. Let me get one from here. I have a brand new, I just got my brand new 3-in-1 palette in. I finally had to get a new one. Mine was at Pan and I needed a new one so bad. So vegan mascara, obviously it's vegan, but it's also going to be a really nice mascara for you, especially if you like a bristle brush. Now with the vegan mascara, it's really good at separating and giving volume, but not as good at giving you length. So if you want a lot of length, you're probably not going to want to pick this one unless you specifically want a vegan mascara. If you want a lot of length, I would say go with Double Lash, Zen, one of those. And you will get a ton of length with those. The nice thing about Double Lash is you get both volume and length because it's a double wand. So you're going to get everything that you need out of one mascara, one wand. But I do like the vegan. It's not going to give you like a super glam lash, but it gives you a really pretty natural one, if that makes sense. And I also think it works really well if you are using false lashes, because it's not going to interfere in the lashes. It kind of just helps to meld them together. And you can go in with a couple of coats. I've been using my lash serum from Farmasi again because my lashes have been a little wonky again. It seems like every time I stop using the lash serum, they go back to being kind of eh. So I'm back to using it again. Honestly, you guys, my biggest problem is I always forget to put it on. I never forget my skincare, but I always seem to forget to do the lash serum. And I put it with my skincare so that I've said, well, if I put it with that, I'm not going to forget. I still forget. I don't know why. And I have been using mostly all cream products lately. I've just been loving the way that my skin looks just with the cream products instead of like powder blushes and, you know, powder bronzers and things like that. I've just been using a lot of cream based and using our lipsticks as blush. And I really have been loving how it looks. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go in with some contour, and I'm going to use my contour cream stick. Okay, so we're going to just go in and put some product here. I'm going to put a little here, here. And even though I've used no foundation here and I have some BB here, it would be the same. I'm going to place it in the same location. And I'm going to put a little there, a little here. And at first, it always scares me when I look at this because I'm like, how is this ever going to blend out? But it does. So what I like to do is, I've been liking this concealer brush to blend the contour on my nose. So as you can see, whether you wear foundation or not, this is going to add warmth to your skin. So I would always suggest using a contour if you want a little warmth to your skin. And I love the fact that the cream really allows you to blend that in nicely. And for me, it just, I don't know, there's just something about a cream bronzer that just seems to blend in. It just, I don't know, it just looks so pretty. Now I'm taking that Damp Beauty blender and I'm just going in on top of that contour shade. And the other thing is, I find like with me, because I have dry skin, that the actual cream contour just melts into my skin and gives such a pretty look. It seems to like look more natural on me than the powder contour. And then I just come in and again with that Damp Beauty blender and I just blend that contour. And I don't contour underneath, I contour on top because I don't like to emphasize my cheeks because they're big enough. I don't want to emphasize them, so. And then if you want to, you can, I keep losing my contour brush. Go in with that little contour brush and just kind of make sure that it's all blended in really nicely. Now you could use a brush also to blend in this contour if you want like a stronger contour. I would suggest that. Because with a Damp Beauty blender, you're always going to take a little bit of product off. It's going to go on a little bit lighter. And for me, that's okay. I don't mind that. I don't like a heavy contour. And the other reason I like using the damp beauty blender is it just kind of melts everything into the skin. So to me, it just looks a lot more natural and just so pretty. So now I'm going to go in with, actually, let me do the blush first and then we'll go in with highlight. I am going to go in with one of our matte lipsticks in the shade 02. And I'm just going to place a little tiny bit. I'm going to go in with that damp beauty blender. If you wanted to, if you are someone that's going to use a lot of cream products, I suggest having multiple beauty blenders so that one will be just for your foundation, you'll have one for your bronzer and one for blush. I tend to use the same one, but sometimes if I forget to wash it after I've done the video, it can kind of mix in together, and then you go to use it for your foundation, you get a little bit of like a blush color or something. So I would suggest using separate ones for each thing. So I don't use a lot of blush. You can see it just added a little bit of color to my face. And this is a really pretty shade, you guys. I really love this even as a lip color. It's just super, super pretty. So you can also just take your finger if you want to intensify that blush a little bit. And then we're almost done, you guys. Okay. So you can see it just gives me this pretty, like just a little pop of like a blush, you know, like it's not too strong, but it just gives a really pretty little pop of color. And then I'm going to go in with my cream highlighter. And I'm going to take my contour brush. I'm going to just press that in, and then I'm going to go in with that beauty blender. So that it's really nicely blended. And it's just going to give me this beautiful glow to my skin. Can you see how pretty that is, you guys? Isn't that beautiful? And I love the cream highlighter because it's not too extreme. It's such a pretty highlighter, you guys. So you're going to see it more on this side because I have a BB cream on this side. So you see a little bit more than you do on this side, but you can still see there's still a pretty glow there, but it's a little bit more emphasized on the side that has the BB. So that is our cream highlighter. It comes in that. So that's what it looks like. So once it's blended out, it just gives you this gorgeous, gorgeous look and glow. Like, it's just perfect. I mean, that was a lot, so obviously you'd have to really blend that in, but see how pretty that is? It almost gives your skin like a appearance of glass. Like, it's just super pretty. Okay, and the contour stick, you guys, same thing. It's a swivel up, and it's just really, really pretty. It's a really pretty shade. It's like a very natural looking contour. So now we're going to do lips, and we're going to be done, you guys. So I'm not using lip liner today. Now I'm going to use one shade on one side, one shade on the other to give you two choices. So on this side, we're going to do Sunset Breeze, which is our original liquid matte lipsticks. They're $11.90. I love our original formula. We do have our Elite, VFX Elite ones. They're $19.99, I think, or $19.90. But I love our originals just as much. These are long lasting. They go on beautifully. They dry down to a matte finish. They're not going to crumble on you. They're not drying. They're just so good. Farmasi's liquid matte lipsticks are some of the best lipsticks I've ever used as far as a liquid matte form. It's actually the main reason why I joined Farmasi. One of the main reasons. So this is Sunset Breeze. Okay, I'm going to swatch it on my hand for you. It's just a beautiful, almost like a pumpkin, deep pumpkin color with like a brown undertone. It's so pretty. And then this one is in the shade 12. This was number 8. And I'm going to put that on this side. This is a brighter orange. With a little bit more of a red undertone. And both look amazing with this eye look. Let me just swatch that for you. So that's the brighter. You can see it's a little bit more of a brick, red brick tone, more orangey. And then this is a more of a brown based. And they're both beautiful winter or fall shades. They're gorgeous. So you can see there is quite a difference. So this one is on this side. This one is on that side. Okay. But beautiful, guys. Beautiful. And like I said, $11.90. These are originals. We have so many shades in our original collection, and I absolutely love these. These are my favorite. I actually like them more so than our Elites, which come in the the gold tops. Okay. I love them. They're just so nice. So that's the look, you guys. So Natasha Denona palette for eyes. Everything else is Farmasi. We have vegan mascara from Farmasi. We have our Gold Flash Highlight Cream from Farmasi. We have our Contour Stick Cream from Farmasi. Concealer, both from Farmasi. Then we have our blush from Farmasi, which was number 2 in the matte lipstick. We used BB cream on this side of our face in the shade light to medium. We used just concealer on this side, no foundation, just concealer. And we used our VFX Pro from Farmasi for our primer. And then, of course, like I said, our vegan mascara from Farmasi. It is vegan. It has a bristle brush. It's such a good mascara, you guys. And that's the entire look, you guys. So I hope that you will really enjoy this look. Now, before I end, let me show you some of the shades that would be similar, that you can get a very similar look using our Glam Up palette. So if you were to get our Glam Up palette and you really like this look, so if you like this, you want to go with Glam Up, okay? And the shades that you would use that would come very close to what I have on my eyes would be En Fuego on the outer corner. Then you would go in with a little bit of that Warm Teddy right in the middle. And then you would want to go in with Nefertiti on the inner corners. So En Fuego, outer and in the crease. Warm Teddy right in the middle. And then Nefertiti in the inner corners. And you would get a very similar look. So when you price out this and you price out this, I mean, in the quality of Farmasi, you have to remember these are really high quality European standard products, you guys. We ban over 1,300 toxins and chemicals. United States, unfortunately, only ban 11 right now. So is this a really pretty palette? Absolutely. Did it have a really nice texture and feeling to it? Did they blend out well? Absolutely. I love this palette. I think it's a really nice palette. But when I know that I can get a very similar look using the Glam Up palette, I'm going to pick the Glam Up palette because I know the quality, the ingredients in here, and I know I'm going to save money. And I'm going to get a whole lot more in here. This is only 5, and in here, you're getting 12. Okay? So, and this is $30, I believe. Might be even 29, but so yeah, you guys, so you can get a similar look, very close, using our Glam Up palette. If you were to go into Iconic, then I would say you would go in with Struggle on the outer corner, Leader in the middle, and then you would probably go in with either Crush or you could go in with Mermaid on the inner part. So yeah, Struggle, outer corner, and crease, Leader right in that center, and then Mermaid or Crush on the inner corner, and that's going to give you a very similar look to what I got with using the Natasha Denona. But again, you're getting 12 colors in this palette. So not only are you getting more product, high quality, good ingredients, but you are saving money in the long run. So just these 2 palettes alone, you'd be able to mimic this look perfectly. So yeah, guys. So yes, is this a beautiful palette? Yes, it is. Did it go on very nice? Did it blend out well? Yes, it did. Nothing bad to say about this at all. Do I know what the ingredients are in these? No, I don't. Do I think that they're probably not as good as the ingredients in ours? Probably. So yeah, you know, go check out the Iconic and the Glam Up palette if you like this look. And if you want to know the colors that I suggest, again, if you've forgotten in this video, if you don't want to go back and play the video again, just message me and I'll tell you what colors you can use to get this look using Farmasi. So anyways, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this. I think this was fun. I enjoyed doing this, actually. I had fun playing with new products, and I had fun showing you the difference of one side having BB and one side having just concealer. So BB on this side, concealer on this side, and I think you guys can see that each side to me looks really pretty. I'm happy with both. So I think it's up to the person. If you're happy on your own skin and you are comfortable and you're someone that doesn't like to use foundation, or you like very little coverage, I think this is a great alternative. I also think this is a good alternative because this is not as heavy as our full coverage foundations. You can go really light-handed or you can build this up. So either one is a really good choice for those of you who don't like a full coverage face. Now, with that said, I have a full face on, but I didn't use full coverage foundation, but I went glam on the eyes. I have a darker shade on my lips. So you can do a full glam look without going into like a Stay Matte or a VFX foundation. You can, and it looks pretty, right? I think it looks really pretty. So anyways, you guys, thanks for watching this video. As always, it will be on my YouTube channel, and it will also be up on my Facebook page at Farmasi with Charlotte. So go check it out, you guys. Go shop if you want. I can't guarantee if you order anything now that it will get to you before Christmas. There's no guarantee with that. The cutout was on the 14th. But you could still order for yourself, or you can do a little you could still order for Christmas and do a nice little card with a handwritten note that says, your Christmas gift is on its way. Maybe, something small, or stick it in the stocking of the person and add a few little things. So where there's a will, there's a way. So yeah, you guys, so I hope that you like this. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. I should be back tomorrow with another makeup look. And yeah, so if you want to go check out these products, the pharmacy part of this video, you can do so on my website at www.farmacyus.com/Charlotte Cardoso 2. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Love you.